What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of What's the Word podcast. And today we have an episode you don't want to miss. So make sure that you tune in and you share it and you subscribe and make sure you click the bell so YouTube can notify you. You know how they say that? Anyway, Bert, what's the word, man?
Let's talk about some scary stuff.
Scary stuff, man. Yesterday we were talking about scary stuff, so I think today's a good topic, man.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I know you were talking about the Boogeyman.
Oh, the movie The Boogeyman, yes.
The Boogeyman. I haven't seen it.
Well, I actually watched half of it. Well, way less than half because we had to do something like at this certain hour or whatever.
Yeah.
So we had to kill time. So we went into movies to watch The Boogeyman, and we had to leave. So I didn't finish watching it, but it was scary, bro. To me, it was scary as crap, because I remember being scared of the dang Boogeyman. But in Mexico, you didn't call it the Boogeyman. It was like the Coco or the Cucuy.
The Cucuy,
The
La Llorona.
La Llorona, bro. so yeah, that's how we started talking about scary stuff yesterday.
I sent you a link. I don't even know what it's called, bro, to be honest.
I have it right here.
It's a link that they sent it to me. Esta Jenny. And it's supposedly I haven't seen it, but it's
Aterrados.
It's a very scary movie.
Well, the cover looks scary, bro.
Aterrados.
Like,
Película Argentina.
Imagine seeing that. Like,
But she said that it's messed up, that it's scary. I don't know.
so you haven't watched it?
I haven't watched it because I don't really like watching scary movies because they're very predictable nowadays.
Oh yeah.
They're not like they used to. So like I can see it coming. So I was like, nah, I don't want to watch it.
Hey, we're talking about scary movies. I still don't know why the heck Scream Part 2, bro. Like, they should have left it at 1.
There's already like more than.
I know, but they should have just left it at 1, bro. Like, I lose interest in stuff like that when it's like, come on, man.
Well, they made a new one, and Wednesday comes out. What's on? Jenna Ortega
Oh, really?
on the newer one, yeah.
For a Scream, another sequel of the sequel.
Whatever, part 5 or whatever,
It's like
6.
10,000.
But anyway, it goes to Fast and Furious.
I know, man.
I think up to part, maybe. I think the third part.
Maybe, and that's
After
it, bro.
after that is it's. They go to outer space and I don't know what. And
Hey, like Gremlins, you remember Gremlins?
yeah, Gremlins.
Also like Halloween, the movie Halloween, like
También ya cansó.
it always is the same thing, bro. Like we already knew that, but whatever.
Y luego corren y se caen.
Yeah, bro. Like, hey, look, here's the clear space where there's some probably more chances of us saving ourselves. But look, there's a forest where we can't see nothing. Let's run towards the forest.
Yeah, neta. It's like they made a commercial making fun of movies like that, where I don't know what commercial or whose commercial it is, that it's a group of people and they're running and they're like, let's get to the car. No, let's go into the shed.
Yeah.
And todas las
All the
chainsaws.
What commercial was
Machetes.
that? Yeah, I remember now. I remember which one you're talking about. But what's your favorite scary movie of all? Well, scary movie, bro, or tell me about like a scary story that really happened. You know what? Tell me about a scary story that happened to you, bro.
I don't know if I have any scary stories, bro. I have stories, but not scary stories.
Okay, what's
Or
your
like
favorite?
nothing that has happened to me. I can't think of anything that's happened to me, or I didn't think it was that scary.
Bro, I've had some stuff happen to me, bro.
A ver, dale.
Which you want to hear first?
Whichever one.
I'm gonna give you one that's not that scary, bro. It's more like apparition. ¿Cómo se dice? Like when
Yeah.
something like
Apparition?
Apparition.
Yeah.
One time we're at a house, right? And right there where the kitchen is at.
Here?
Yeah, we used to have a counter, and we had the counter chairs or whatever. And we're sitting in the dining room, bro. Well, actually, we're sitting in the kitchen. Yeah, in the kitchen, pues it's also that we have the dinner table there. So we're sitting there, whatever clearly, bro, we see the head of a little boy on the other side of the counter running, and it just vanishes. And then like we looking at it like each other, and it's like, you saw that, right? And then like, yeah, like ya lo había visto, and I'm like, the hell, like that was it wasn't scary, bro, but it was like it was so clear, bro. It was an actual boy,
Yeah.
Running across.
But like the saca de onda. Like, what?
Yeah, well, prior to that, bro, Dominic was a baby. My son, Dominic, he was a baby, and his room is now little Romy's room, and she don't care, bro. And but I remember, bro, like when he was a baby, because we used to buy him all these little toys that made sound, and baby toys, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
He even had like a little PlayStation that I would play with him or whatever. He was a baby. Anyway, so in the middle of the night, bro, always will hear noises, always, all the time, bro, because he would sleep with us.
Yeah.
So nobody was in his room, and all the time, bro, we would always hear like noises, toys moving around, playing. Next morning we'll come around, and dicho y hecho, bro, like the toys were like acá or it looked like somebody has been interacting with the toys that he had in his room.
Yeah.
So then we kind of like put two and two together to where like that little boy that we saw was probably the same little boy
Playing with the toys.
that is playing with the toys. And bro, I remember him so vividly. Niño chiquito tenía el pelito like quebrado, brother, like kind of like curly, like that's how clear it was,
yeah.
bro. And then I used to work at McDonald's during that time, so years ago, and I went to work and I told one of our coworkers
About it.
He's like, oh, see, in my house too, and they used to live, or I don't know if they still live there, but they used to live about 4 blocks from where we live.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, sí, en la casa siempre lo miramos, like, you know what I mean? So it was kind of like a little ghost or whatever that just been parading there,
Going around the neighborhood.
in the neighborhood. Yeah. So it's like, man, that's crazy. And like I said, it wasn't a scary story. It wasn't scary, but it was kind of like you say, like te saca de onda, bro. You know what I mean? And I guess, and I go back to like when I was a kid and when I used to live in Mexico, and it kind of goes with apparitions, right?
Yeah.
Go to Mexico, or I used to live in Mexico, my grandparents, and they used to have a 2-story house. So you would go up the stairs. There was a room here, and then there was like a little living room area. There was a hall, and then there was another room, and there was a patio upstairs. So before that hall, there used to be a couch, right?
Yeah.
And I remember telling this story to like my family in Mexico, and they thought that I was just because I've been out in the sun too long. Like they didn't believe me, bro. But I know what I saw.
Estás haciendo cosas.
Yeah, bro, for real. Like, I know, mijito, Diosito te está protegiendo. Like, oh, I know he is, right? But like, you still see stuff. Like, come on. Anyway, so I go up the stairs because I was gonna go to because that patio that was upstairs was my favorite place to play at.
Yeah.
So I'm going up, and before that hall, like I said, there was a couch, bro. I kid you not. I see a mariachi sitting down carrying a baby, bro.
Like mariachi, like Coco style mariachi?
Yeah, like a mariachi like that, holding a baby.
Like a real baby or just
like a real ghost baby.
Okay.
Like it's a mariachi carrying a baby, bro. So I'm looking at it, and I was a kid, bro, and I was always into stuff like UFOs, ghosts. I was always into that, bro.
Yeah.
You know? And I see that, and I'm like this, like I go like this, and I'm like this, and I see it, and then like it just vanishes.
Yeah.
Right? And I go on about my business and stuff. But then I try telling like my family about it. Ay, estás loco, Pepe, or whatever, because he used to call me Pepe.
Haciendo cosas.
Yeah, está haciendo cosas, like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, bro, like
Ya no andas en el sol.
yeah, es el pinche Nintendo.
Neta.
Yeah, bro.
That was something else.
So, yeah, those are some of the few things that I've experienced that are not scary, but they're still like makes you wonder, bro. Like,
Yeah, it's trippy. Like I have one story where at my mom's house, when my little brother was, you probably heard the story. When my little brother was a little kid, he used to play with this imaginary friend.
oh yeah, bro.
An
You have
imaginary
to say
friend.
that. No, que no tenías historias.
Not like that, but like nothing happened to me.
I know, but you like okay, and then
He would call him Joey, and he would tell my grandma, no, it's because Joey hit me and this and that. Y así quedó Joey, ¿verdad? So he would scare him. He would be scared and stuff after a while, and then he grew up and Joey se desapareció, ¿verdad? Not too long ago, ¿cuándo fue? ¿Quién más? Wendy's daughter también. Not too long ago, she was playing with a doll. Una doll. No, mentiras. Let's go back a little bit.
Yeah, let's actually go
My
back.
brother's son, when he was a little kid, he was like maybe 5 or 6. He also was playing around ahí que mi mamá. Y le dijo a mi hermano, who you playing with or what? Oh, I'm playing with my friend Joey. And this was already like years after. Like, my brother was probably like maybe like 7. No, he was like, the little kid was like 6 or 7. My brother was like 15 or so. So estás hablando ya had a time. And he was playing with that little kid Joey. And then not too long ago, months ago, Wendy's daughter was playing with the Monita or something, and they asked her like,
No.
I think what was her name or what was she doing? And she's like, "Oh, Joey."
Oh,
I think Wendy threw the doll away, bro. And I was talking to my brother before he passed. He told me that when we were kids, we used to have a babysitter. That babysitter had a little boy who also played with that Joey. So that's like 4 different kids that played with that same whatever it was there, my mom's.
Hey, bro, and like if we go back to like when he used to like with Elias, your brother, like what would he like? Was he nice to him?
He was nice to him, but también like I don't know, they would get angry and he would hit him. Decía que he would hit him. That Joey would hit my little brother, and he would get like lloraba, and he didn't want to go to the back rooms because he was scared of Joey.
That's freaking creepy, dude.
Which is weird because I've never personally seen anything there at my mom's house. I've heard stuff, but I'm the type to, if I hear a noise, yo me levanto and I go check. You know, I'm not gonna just think of it's a monster or a ghost or whatever.
El cucuy.
El cucuy. But I would go check. My cousins, whenever they were going to school here, Adonis and Margil and them, they would hear a lot of things there too. But ellos sí no se metían. Like if we were still in school, because I had football practice and stuff, they would wait outside the house until somebody else got home, and then they would go inside because they were that scared, bro, to go in there.
Damn.
They were that scared of going into my mom's house.
And you never felt like, because you know, like sometimes you feel that energy, bro, that like presence, that something staring at you. Like you never felt that before?
The most I would see would be like shadows. You know, like you're watching like say TV and you would like, you know how you see like, what's going on? It's going out of focus. Focus. I don't know why it does that, bro.
There.
I'm too close. It's an out of focus. The most that I would see would be like shadows. Like I would be watching TV y se miraba que cruzaba en la cocina. Something.
Dang, dude.
But I would go check and I wouldn't see anything, you know, like I never saw something personally. My tia Jessica's mom, when we were young, I was probably like 7, 8. She saw somebody in a white suit leaning on a palm tree outside my mom's house. Before the way my mom's house is now, antes era where the living room and the kitchen was. It was just like the kitchen and the living room.
Mm-hmm.
Y ahí dormíamos, like a long time ago. And they were leaving, I remember, and I was on the bed. And like, I remember her, like seeing her like facial expressions where she was like freaking out.
Like she got scared.
Yeah, she was scared. And it was somebody, because, let me see, where can I explain? You know how my mom's house is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And está la lomita para ir to the neighbor's house. Well, ahí había un canelón, like a big, big canelón. Next to that, it was a palm tree. This was the little short ones. And it was kind of leaning for some reason. I don't know why. It was like tilted like at an angle because we used to like run up it. So that's where the person or whatever, all dressed in white, dijo, he was leaning on there. And nobody else, because estaba la casa de mi mamá, and then the neighbor's house, my tías, and then behind that vivía un tío de mi mamá, Vicente, de 80. And he would always sit outside. So he had like the perfect view to see
like
the...
if somebody was there.
Yeah, if somebody was there, he would have seen it. And they went back there. No, they go, I've been sitting here for like an hour or two, just sitting outside on his little porch. He didn't see anything, bro.
Hey, bro, and do you think that... Oh, and I know you backtracked a little bit, but you were still going with the story about Joey.
No, that's it.
Oh man.
Because I like it was that little kid, and then my little brother, and then my brother's son, he's like 15. Yeah, he's 15 years old, and now Bree. Like 4 little kids.
Hey, and none of them had said like what that Joey looks like.
Nah, I would like to see like if somebody could draw it for me. I don't know. I'm like curious.
I know. That's why I asked, bro. Like, what are they? Because I don't know. Like I'm thinking about it right now, and you remember? I don't know if they'll remember or you remember? Not so long ago, somebody posted a picture of a kid playing in a playground. I don't know if it was Burger King or something in a play place inside of Burger King or a restaurant like that, where you know how they have like the little tunnel toys, like when they get in.
Oh,
there's
yeah,
that little
yeah.
window. And it's the little boy, and then there's like a creepy little boy look like next to him.
Yeah. I seen that one.
The little boy was having a blast, like the real boy. I'm a real boy, like that guy. that kid was having a blast,
and he was with his friend.
With his friend, bro. But if you see the friend, like he's ugly, bro. Like I got creeped out with that picture.
That one look. I seen that one. That looked creepy.
So dang, man, and it's really unexplainable, bro. And I think that's what sucks, because like sometimes we don't have all the answers, and like that's something that I would like to like have an answer to, or like have an explanation as to like what are they? Because I believe in that stuff, bro.
Yeah,
like I believe
you
in
have
like
to, bro.
Bro. It's it's
part of it.
It's part of it. But I'm wondering like what that entity or that ghost or whatever
what it is.
It's not just what it is, but like if it is an actual thing that feels and sees, like what are they seeing?
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's theories that like there's parallel worlds or whatever, and like just like you and me are living our life like this, it's the same thing for them.
Because you could say like, what if it's not a ghost? What if it's just a parallel universe and you're crossing,
and we're the ghosts to them.
They see us, and
like
we
the
see
Sixth Sense, or what is it? The Sixth Sense? No, it's not. You know what movie I'm talking?
I think so.
You know the reference where it's like,
yes, it's
like they think they're the ghost, and then they end up being the ghost, and
yeah.
I forgot the name of the movie, bro.
I think it's the Sixth Sense.
Is it? I don't that movie creeped me
That was
out
creepy
at the end, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Those are the endings that is like, no.
Yeah. Well, the one thing that I have seen personally, bro, was my wife's uncle, bro. He had just passed. This was years ago, but he had just passed away, right? And we were going, I don't know where we were going, but we were on 16 going that way. And we see her dad before he passed. He was driving the car. We were crossing each other.
Oh, I remember that
story. We were crossing each other, and I forget where we were going, but I told her, look, your dad. And yo me le quedé viendo, and I saw, well, his brother, which is her uncle, clear as day, bro. Así como te miro a ti, he was sitting in the passenger seat. Like his elbow on the center console. And like they were having a conversation. Like he was having a conversation with him. Pero mi suegro, he was just driving, right? Pues obviously, right? And I didn't want to say anything, bro. I didn't want to say anything because I'm like, I'm just seeing shit, you know? I'm seeing shit. And we drive, porque we were passing the stadium, and we get to the light, and we stop. And she goes, did you see that too? I was like, your uncle? Yeah, I saw it. I just didn't want to say anything. I thought
see what?
I thought it was just me, you know? She was like, I saw him too. And she calls her dad. She's like, hey, what are you doing? I go, no, I'm going to your uncle's, another uncle's house.
Oh, okay.
Voy pa que tu tío Rudy, quién sabe qué. And, ¿con quién andas? Le dice, who you with? Oh, by myself. She was like, oh, okay then. Está bueno. I was just checking up on you. But we clearly saw him, bro. Like he was telling him something, you know? And I don't think we ever told him, or she might have told him, yeah, después, like years later. But that's like the closest thing I've ever seen to like, because I knew he had already passed. Yeah. Tenía como unos 5, 6, 7 months, más o menos, that he had passed, and I clearly saw him.
Dang, that's crazy, bro.
Like that's probably the closest thing that I've seen, or you know, something happened to me. That's probably like the closest thing that I've ever I haven't. Well, not actually at work too, bro. When I used to work in the oil field, we used to stay in this. They used to have a trailer where we used to stay, right? Everybody tenía su trailer donde se quedaba. And you would hear shit. Like I would hear shit because it was those small trailers, right? And it was like the kitchen living room in the middle, and then tenía un cuarto atrás y un cuarto enfrente. So in shift change, you had your own room. Nobody would go in there. Nobody would, mess with your stuff. And the other guy was on his days off, obviously, right? I would go to the kitchen and get a drink or something. Like his light was on. So me metía and I was like,
but it was you by yourself at that time.
Yeah, at the time. Yeah, because everybody stayed by themselves. Pero you stayed like the other in shift change that venía el otro vato, So
Gotcha.
we would share the house, but we wouldn't share rooms.
But there was one person at a time in that house. Oh, okay, got
y luego en otra trailer había otro, and así eran como 6, 7 trailers. And the lights was on. O salía para la kitchen and the sink was on. I'm like, what the fuck? Le pagaba el sink. I never thought anything of it. Like, it never scared me because I've heard like, si le das, if you give it room for you to, like they feed on fear or something, it'll keep messing with you. It kept messing with me, but not extreme. Nomás se prendía la luz, o se apagaban los focos. Not when I was in there. Like, I wasn't like sitting in la cina y se apagaba la luz, no. Like in the other rooms, O se prendía el faucet. Shit like that. Yo iba lo pagaba. Like, I would lock the doors. Because también we were so close to the border. Like, en veces pasaba gente. So, I didn't think anything of it. I would be more... Pensaba yo, like, maybe somebody got inside, Yeah. That was my thought. But no. I never found out what it was or what, but... Who knows?
What's your... Like, what do you think it is, though?
I don't know. I don't know, a spirit, an entity, I don't know.
Dang, dude, that's crazy. There's noises. Hey, bro, but sometimes yourselves know, like, I know, like...
Te son sacas
solo, bro.
You start thinking about it too much, you start hearing shit.
Hey, you know what does creep me out sometimes? That it throws me off gacho? When you're falling... I don't know if it's ever happened to you, but when you're falling asleep, right? And you're, like, in that borderline between asleep and awake, and you hear a knock. Does that ever happen to you, eh?
Yeah. I'm going to tell you a story that I never told anybody.
Now y'all are going to hear the story.
At our house, at our property, one time we were sleeping, right? And I remember vividly, way. I was sleeping poca arriba. And I went into sleep paralysis.
Oh, yeah.
That sucks, bro. And
had it.
Our bed was facing the door, and we always kept the door open so I can see all the way to the kitchen, right? And I was like trying to wake up, bro, and I couldn't. And I kind of like opened my eyes a little bit, and next to the bed, I saw a little girl.
No!
There was a little girl standing next to me, bro.
And then you can't move.
And then I couldn't move, bro.
No.
I couldn't move, and it freaked me out a little bit because, like, I could see it there. Like, I couldn't move, right? But I could see, like, a little person there, man. And I couldn't move. And then, like, I, like, snapped out of it, And I got up. And went to the other room. Nothing. I went to the big closet. Nada. Fui para la sala. Checked out the doors. Everything was closed. And went to the laundry room. Nothing.
So, like, you suddenly just woke up or what?
Like, I was awake. And, like, I was trying to wake up. And then, I snapped out of it, right? Like, I got up. And I checked all the rooms, all the restrooms, everything, bro. And
so, like, at what moment did it disappear, though? Like, when you snapped out of it or what?
Yeah, because when I snapped out of it, like, my eyes closed, right? Because I was trying to snap out of it. Like, in my head, I was telling myself, like, wake up, Have you ever had a sleep paralysis?
Yeah, bro. One time it was nasty, and ahorita talk about it.
And I couldn't wake up, but I was telling myself, like, because this happened to me before, so... Like, when the first time it happened to me, I was young, bro. I was probably like in middle school. And it was at my mom's house. And the same thing, like something was standing there, but it was
creepy,
it was a taller person. And it was at my mom's house.
El tío de Joey over there.
Neta. And that was the first time that freaked me out. We got you bad. But then again, it happened to me from then to now. It's happened to me maybe like 5 times. So you're talking
And
about-
somebody has always been there next to you? Or?
no, only those 2 times.
Damn, that's
Only those 2
creepy,
times.
bro.
Only those 2 times I've seen somebody, because I like to sleep with some sort of light.
Yeah.
No, a night light or something, because I get up at night and I got, I have Grecia and she plays with toys. She leaves everything on the ground, bro. And I stepped on toys, bro. Ooh, and like the little blocks that go into the little holes. She likes to play with ¿cómo se llaman they're like little versions of like monsters and stuff. What are they called?
Oh, mini brands.
Mini brands, bro. You know how many mini brands I've stepped on, bro?
Oh, dang.
So that's why I sleep with like some sort of light so I can see, because that shit hurts, bro. And then I go into the restroom. But ever since she was a little kid, pues, I used to sleep with some sort of light.
Yeah.
And even at my mom's old house, or not old house, but her house, the light in the hallway siempre estaba prendida. Siempre estaba prendida. So like when the first time it happened, I was también the bed was like this and the door was that way, but you can kind of see at an angle, like the hallway.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I opened my eyes and I can see somebody standing there. That was the first time, and it freaked me out, but it happened a couple of times, and then that happened the last time. That's the last time that it happened
So the one that was really close was the little girl, though?
yeah, like literally standing right next to me.
Oh, bro. And like she was there, like...
It was just, I couldn't see the face, but I tenía como un vestidito.
But like your sleeper, like while you were asleep, like was she there for a while, or was
Yeah,
it
she
just
was
something that you caught on and then woke up?
Nah, it was there for a while. You know how,
Dude,
like
that's
if
gotta be
we turn off this
scary
light
stuff.
and you can see somebody standing there, right? Like
Yeah.
you can kind of see what they're wearing,
Yeah.
like very dim. It was like that, but I couldn't see like a face ni nada. But I just knew she had like a little dress, like those little puffy old, like a Mexican dress. Así como visten a las niñas chiquitas.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
how it has like the little puffy here and it has like a little collar, like that.
Hey, bro, but that area where you live at, like it's like back in the day used to be like there's a lot of history there. There's been a lot of like deaths and stuff like that, like from the past in those areas.
It's close to Zapata Viejo.
Even right there by your mom's house, man.
I see. Like when that house, I don't. They bought it off of some dude. Actually, the neighbor, he passed away a long time ago, like a few years back. But my mom bought it from his brother. Que le transió el solar a su hermano, which is just the one that was the owner. But my mom was trying to get a loan at the bank or something to fix the AC a while back, and they were like, "You don't even own the house." And she was like, "Pues who's his name was Bob something, I forgot his name." And de casualidad went to the neighbors, and he was like, "I'm Bob." And he was like, "You guys have never, like, you guys always lived there. You're good, you're good people. Like, I never bothered to tell you anything or kick you out."
Oh shit.
And he signed over the property to my mom.
Oh, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah, he was old. He was a veteran too. Pero his brother le transió el solar ese. So like, his brother sold that to my mom, to my parents. So se clavó la feria el vato y se fue.
Oh shoot.
And it wasn't even his property.
And your mom never like asked, like, out of curiosity, like if they had ever heard anything or...
Nah, I don't think so. Because you're talking about nobody lived over there, bro. There was like a few houses back
Yeah, I remember back in the day.
There was no street lights. They're barely paving the roads.
Yeah.
Like, no había nada, yeah.
Dang.
So a lot of weird shit happened over there. I remember one time, the kitchen where you go, you know how you go to the laundry room?
Yeah.
Before it was a laundry room, there used to be a window there a long time ago. And I remember I was facing, like, I was giving the back to the window. My mom was in front of me, and we were all going to eat something, not mis tíos and stuff like that. Somebody saw somebody with like a machete or a cuchillo, like, outside. And all my tíos and my dad, everybody went outside. They couldn't see anybody. They couldn't find anybody. It was just something appeared.
Dang, dude.
That was crazy.
That is crazy, bro. It's unexplainable, dude.
Skin
Really?
I've always wondered, like, I've always wanted to go and like record like ghost hunting.
Oh well, last time you sent me a text message, dude. I want to go ghost hunting.
Yeah,
No, we should do that there, bro.
we should.
Maybe we get.
Maybe not at my mom's house. I don't think we'll see anything. But I go to like a real, supposedly haunted house. You just go record a ver que se mira.
Is there any haunted houses here?
San Ignacio.
Oh, gotta tell that story though.
Which one?
When we went over there,
Oh, the swing.
no,
which
you
one?
already told the story. Yeah, that's it. Podcast over. Thank you guys for watching. Nah,
You tell it.
well, yeah. So, is that one time we went to go take pictures at the structures in San Ignacio?
Okay.
And you know what? And I don't know. If,
We were talking about it, no?
do you have the video or somebody has the video? I don't know if I have the video,
man.
but it'll be cool if you could
Put it in there.
put it in there.
I'll find it.
So that we can go with the story. So we're taking pictures of the little houses and stuff like that for a project that I had to do. And you know how it's the well, I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell them.
Yeah.
Right. It's the
Elementary.
elementary school, and right behind the elementary school. Am I on that one or that one?
You're in this one.
Right on back of the elementary school, there's a playground. And it's got the swings or whatever. And I think it was like a Saturday, Sunday. Like, there's no activity whatsoever at the school. There's nobody at the school. Everybody's at their house doing something. San Ignacio is a small town. It wasn't.
It
a
was
school
during
day.
the week, no?
I don't remember, bro. But there was nothing going on. Like, there was no classes. Like, oh, ya era en la tarde.
Era en la tarde. It wasn't lunchtime.
Okay.
It was in the afternoon.
Okay, in the afternoon. Well, there was nobody there. So then we're going, and there's this. It's like a museum, or I don't know what that building is. It's next to that playground. So
Oh, sí.
I'm taking pictures of it, and I don't know who's the one that noticed it. I don't remember who it
I
was.
think it was Lynn because she started recording.
That-
Oh, yeah, because she was already recording.
Oh yeah, the swing is literally going full blast.
Like if there was a little kid.
Like if there's a little kid pushing it and swinging, like literally, and we're gonna try to find the video and put it in there. But the swing is just swinging, and they'll slow down.
Yeah.
Then the one next to it starts slightly swinging, like there's
was
kids
trippy.
playing. It was so crazy, and I'm standing there by the fence, like no sientes miedo, bro, but it's like you're witnessing like the paranormal
It's
right
trippy.
now, like
Yeah.
what you see on TV or on videos on TikTok, like you're witnessing it. And then empezaba el swing otra vez en friegas porque like any human would try to find an explanation to it. So we're like, the wind, dude, there was zero wind.
Yeah.
There
There's
was
no wind.
just no way. O que alguien lo puchó and they moved. Okay.
But
All
even
those-
if it was windy, bro, and it would have to be like a storm.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, okay, all those theories may be valid, but in this case, dude, it was literally like somebody was on there because it will go fast, slow down. Next one starts moving, starts going fast. Like if they're literally like, yeah, wait,
Swinging
párale un
on
poquito. You know? Like that was crazy, bro.
trippy, yeah.
That was trippy. I had forgotten about that.
That one.
And we'll put that video. And I remember when we posted, I don't know if it was a story or whatever, but all of us reposted something about it. And I started getting messages. I'm like, oh yeah, it happens all the time.
I know,
And
right?
this and that. And it's like, oh, this is just a Tuesday morning
Yeah.
around here.
But
Whatever.
that's probably how I felt like at my mom's house. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
probably.
like, you hear stuff.
Man, I'll tell you something though, bro. If I was to be at your mom's house and all of a sudden like one of y'all's kids like come like talks about Joey, bro, I'm gone.
I'm gonna tell you something that happened that I didn't tell anybody at the time, bro. We went to my mom's house.
I'll just picture. I'm
and
glad I got
and
this
I think
chair.
Wendy was there. Everybody was there. I remember, and I walked in, and I don't know if you've seen if you watch paranormal videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like people that go, you know how people get scratched and stuff. They're like, oh my back's burning and stuff.
Oh
like that.
yeah.
So we walk in, and I was standing in the entrada of the kitchen, and I thought I had hit myself because my leg started hurting, like my shin. So I go around to where the sink is at, and me siento en la silla. And then, I pull up my pants to see, and I got a scratch, bro, about this long on my leg.
Hey, you're just sitting there.
I didn't scratch myself anywhere. We had just got there, And I thought about it, and because I was looking at my leg, and me dice mi mamá, ¿qué? Dije, no, se me hace que me pegué ahorita aquí en la silla. And I didn't even say anything that I had gotten scratched, but it was a whole scratch, bro. Like it was long. It was 7 inches at least.
Dang.
I seen that in front of my shin, like a scratch. And I felt it burning. I was like, the heck? If me levanté el pantalón y me chequé and it was a big old scratch.
Dang, dude.
That's crazy.
Hey, they say, hey, that's crazy. They say that whenever like they start kind of like attacking you and stuff like that, like that's some other stuff, bro.
That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, because it's something else, bro.
Like it's like, why was it attacking me? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember watching when we were younger, pues nos juntábamos todos, ¿verdad? And it has nothing to do with ghosts or anything. Me and my cousin Ventura, pues we were the closest in age, so nos juntábamos. And everybody was chilling, and we went to the roof, to the roof of the house.
Right at your mom's house.
At my mom's house. we were like laying on the slope, and we were looking at dije, let's see, we can see like a shooting star. Y se movió, like we saw like a little light go like slowly, not slowly because it's probably hauling ass, because it moved across like the whole sky, like in less than like 10 seconds. Like 10 seconds así, de ese punto a la otra punta del cielo. And it was just this little bright something, a star, I don't know. And it was just, when it just moved across, I was like, watch out. And it just moving fast, dude, like, and disappeared. That's another trip, bro. Like, aliens and ghosts is...
Dude, and us humans are so curious about the stuff, like unexplained things, bro.
Yeah, because, I mean, we can't be the only beings out here, bro.
I've never believed that we are the only ones here, bro, because I think it'll be selfish to think that, bro.
Yeah, I would.
We are an intelligent being.
A species.
So what it is to... Now, this is where it gets confusing. Is there people that know?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure, right? So I'm gonna tell you a story.
Then you're tapping into my conspiracy side, bro.
And that's the next podcast. So when I was a kid, bro, like I said, I used to be into all that stuff, bro. Aliens, and I used to watch this dude on Galavisión, or I don't know what it was back then. His name was Jaime Maussan.
Oh, yeah.
You heard of him?
Yeah.
And he was like if we put a title to him, he was like the king of like UFOs and stuff like that. And I used to be so infatuated with that, bro. And I remember always looking at the sky, wanting to see something. Always.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that Mexico doesn't hide about UFOs and
well,
stuff, bro.
I'm going to tell you how crazy it is, because you're right about that. But I'm going to get there. I remember, bro, like I was so into it. So my dad was always real supportive about like whatever I like, bro. He would like feed into that. I don't know what he thought that I was gonna become just for me being so infatuated or in love with UFOs. But I used to want to become an astronaut, not to travel the world, not to travel to
space,
the moon, to travel to space, but to try to search for aliens. And actually, if we put in together like scary stuff and movies, like if you tell me right now what's the scariest movie you've ever watched, I'm gonna tell you is the movie Alien with Sigourney Weaver.
Oh yeah,
bro. I remember all those movies were, and up to this day, bro. Ask anybody that knows me, like that's my favorite movie. But when I was a kid, I was so terrified of watching that movie, but I couldn't stop, bro. I couldn't stop. That was my favorite. I remember having nightmares, like ugly nightmares, to where I would like. TMI, but I remember being as a kid, I wouldn't even get up to the restroom. So you know what happens after that, bro? Like just because I would like be so scared of it, but I loved it.
Two of my favorite movies, Tremors and Starship Troopers.
Oh, that Starship Troopers, that was funny.
That's fun, bro.
That is funny.
I got a conspiracy about that though.
Oh wait, let me tell my UFO story though.
Go.
So, anyways, I was so in love with like UFOs and the idea of life out there.
Yeah.
I remember wanting to be abducted, bro, because I want like for real, bro. I didn't care. I just wanted to be abducted because I wanted to know and find out what really was out there.
Like that movie. Did you ever see the Fourth Kind? I think it's called.
Oh, it's in the whole movie, right?
No. That's the the third kind.
Oh no, I haven't seen the fourth kind.
It's called what is it called? It's something of the fourth kind.
Every podcast we have, we mention a movie, so I hope y'all are keeping up with that.
It's something of the fourth kind. There's also a conspiracy about that too, bro, because it's about in Alaska and it's about aliens and abductions and shit.
Wait, maybe I have watched it. Well,
anyways,
so my dad in Mexico City, there's this place called Chapultepec, which has a big castle that used to serve as a military, like a college, like for cadets that were going into the military or whatever. Before that, it was used by like Spaniard royalty and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But now it's a museum. But I remember we crossed by there, and there is an actual es un periférico, like a highway, a main highway that goes into where we needed to go to. And I remember every time I would go with my dad, bro, I would see what I didn't know that's what that was called till now. But I would see like little clear circles, orbs.
Yeah.
I would see them all over.
I saw a couple of those.
Bro, hold on. I remember, I was like, because during that time, I don't know if they thought I had vision problems or something. Like, it's funny way because in my childhood, any crazy idea, like I had something.
Oh, you have astigmatism.
Yeah, for real. So I remember after saying all these things, like, me llevaron a light doctor, like, it's got perfect vision, bro. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? I remember I started going to they attempted taking me to psychologists and stuff like that, bro. But again, it's things people don't understand.
Yeah.
But I was so in love with stuff like that it's like, wow, like it was awesome. So then I would see all these orbs or whatever, and right away, because my UFO, like, I like that stuff. It was like, oh, los ovnis, you know, the UFOs, this and that. And I would just stare, bro, because literally, like, I would see them and so to me, it was always a connection, like, oh, those are UFOs, that they're taking different forms or whatever. I remember one year, and I regret not being in Mexico that year, bro, because for holidays, we'll come visit my mom. We'll come visit my mom. So we were here, and I remember we would leave by the 4th, so we could make it to Mexico by Dia de Reyes, right?
Yeah.
But I remember that New Year's, we spent it here. But then, back then, pues we didn't have, like, my mom didn't have, like, cable. She had, like, the antenna. So se miraba muchos canales from Mexico. Yeah. One of the news was, bro, that during New Year's Eve, not New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, like,
there's UFO.
Hold on. No, there was not one UFO. Because in Mexico, it's very common, bro. These things are very common. And it's normal. Like, it's become normal. I forgot the word for it, bro. But it's like the UFOs were in sync. It wasn't just one. It was a good grip of them. Yeah. And they were doing like shapes in the sky, bro. And in the news, they were showing everything. And they were showing people outside, like watching the show. Yeah. And it was UFOs, bro. I don't remember what year it was. So that way, I'm going to try to Google it. And if I find it, so you can put it on the image on there. But I remember that year, I was so like disappointed, bro, at not being there and witnessing that firsthand. Because in my childhood mind, in my kid mind, was like, man, that would have been the chance that they could have probably taken me. I know. Like, dang it, I missed that. Like, guys, come get me. I'm over here, you know. But I know a lot of this stuff might sound like kind of crazy to some people, bro, but you and I know, and people that love this stuff, like, dude, we'll probably have some people that are like, I've seen it, or I've been through that, or I was there, you know, or like, dang, like I thought I was crazy, you know. But I remember, bro, like, but it was something so. You ever seen like synchronized swimmers? Yeah. You know how they're like such in sync, like the ones that are like professional at tiro, bro. It like
let me put it to you this way. That would happen then. Nowadays, they do it with drones.
Bueno, like,
you know, they do like drone shows.
Yeah, but like that, bro. Like that. Exactly like that. And it was something that was so nuts, bro. But in Mexico, again, it was just they're putting on a show for us, or this and that. Like, mirate los ovnis, stuff like that. Because these are things that actually, you won't see that on the newspaper right now. Well, you don't see anything on the newspaper right now. No pun intended. Yeah. But like, you know, back then, like, it was like news. It was actual news, bro. Like in Mexico, I remember, you know. So,
do you think with all this technology now, like, we lost touch with? Because if you think about it, if you go to all like the old, like the, ¿cómo se dice? The old, not the sayings, but like in ancient times, you know, with the Aztecas and like the pyramids and stuff. Like, I don't know if you watch, like Ancient Aliens, like,
that was on
like how people back then used to say that the gods came from the heavens and stuff like that. Like,
I'm so glad that we started touching into this topic.
Do you think like maybe we lost touch with like our ancient like ancestors and stuff, and that's probably like part of it or something.
Yeah, I don't know if I read it or something, but like back then to them it wasn't UFOs or aliens. To them it was normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel that, bro. I feel that, and I don't know where I heard it, but I heard that like it was so normal for like an alien to come down and
Yeah.
socialize with the people that were there or whatever. But throughout times or whatever, that's why now they're very hard. Like we can barely see them,
Yeah.
you know, because like you say, like we
Especially
lost
here,
touch.
bro. Especially here, they you see a UFO or something, and oh, it was a balloon. It was
Yeah.
a balloon. But in Mexico, no. In Mexico, they post it because I seen like, you know how when you go to the stores and they have the little newspapers ahí, they'll be like, "Omni visto ya en quién sabe dónde."
Bro, if you look at because in Mexico, and that's part of my culture that I love, bro. It's like they're architects, bro. They're like astronomers, like real wise people. But you see in the hieroglyphics, there's this Teotihuacan is what it's called. I mean, huh?
Teotihuacan.
Yeah, and it's Teotihuacan, or yeah, Teotihuacan, which is where the pyramids are at, La
Yeah,
Pirámide del Sol, de la Luna, which is where the, you know, it was era como una. It was kind of like a San Ignacio to a Zapata kind of
Yeah.
deal, right? But it's you can go visit, and also in the Centro de Mexico downtown, bro. Like you're able to see all that and everything, and a lot of the hieroglyphics and stuff like that show giant people. Show these.
Yeah.
If you go to these pyramids, bro, if you look at it, right,
There's had to be giant people,
bro, there had to be something because the way these structures are made is like how. I'm sure they had their own technology, bro. I'm sure, you know, but like to see this, ya se cuenta, bro, like como el Templo Mayor in Mexico, in el Centro de Mexico. This was a temple, bro, que, you know, another ruler will come in and they'll break this down and build another structure.
yeah.
So el Templo Mayor started from this to like this because every ruler that will come in, they'll build like another layer, another layer, another layer. And it was beautiful, bro.
That's what they say about the Sphinx.
Oh, yeah.
You know how it's supposed to be like a lion or a cat or something, and then like somebody else came in and they carved the head into like a person's head. That's why it has like a head of a human and the body of like a tiger
A lion or a
something.
cat or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, bro. But I do believe that. What was your question? That if we lost touch with.
with like the ancestors, because you know how they say, like you said, and not only like in
Hieroglyphics.
hieroglyphics, that there's giants, but like in the Bible también dice.
Yeah.
Like if you want to get like ¿cómo se dice? Religious about it, like the Bible says the same thing, that there was giant people.
Well, let's not go that far, bro. David and Goliath.
David and Goliath.
Goliath was a giant, bro.
And también like they've uncovered or unburied giant skulls like in all over the world. If you can just look it up, you look it up, and there's been excavations and they sacan like giant skeletons. Like the skulls are like 5 foot tall, and like the bodies, the bones, and everything. And there's pictures. I saw. Do you remember what they talked about? What was it? That big carnival in Chicago or somewhere that Nikola Tesla tested out. That like they the first time they lit it up with electricity. You never heard about that? Well, those times and those times before that, like there used to be giant people walking around, and there's pictures, like old images of people walking around. And people might say it's a conspiracy theory, but there's literally evidence everywhere. You can just look it up. And like, where are all those people now? You know, like if there's giants then, there should be giants now. I mean, you do have like the Yao Mings and stuff, like real tall people. Are they like from those same people? Or?
Do you think that aliens, or what we see as aliens, was a species that was kind of like not vanished, but how do you say it? Like when they kick you out, like
Banned?
no, there's another word,
Banished?
banished, desterrados or whatever. and we're forced
They're
to like
kicked out, leave.
leave.
Pues, they say that Avatar is part of it, the movie.
I like that movie. I just
Because
recently
if you
saw
think
it.
about it, like, um, the big mountains that we have are more. They look more like petrified trees, like trunks, than anything else. Like, how do you get a flat mesa? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you get a flat top on a mountain?
Damn,
And if you get close to that, if you get close to it, it looks like petrified. I don't know if you've seen petrified wood before.
yeah,
It looks exactly like it, like petrified wood.
shoot, bro. I wish,
Like, who cut down the trees? You know, they were that big.
and and that's what I was back when I was a kid, bro. Those are the questions why I always like. That's why I wanted to become an astronaut. That's why I wanted to become at some point
An archaeologist or something.
an archaeologist, things like that, bro. Because in Mexico, bro, like in the field trips, like, and like when I was in school, like when I was a kid, bro, the field trips were like to museums,
Yeah.
to like the pyramids, to
That's
like
sick.
things of our culture, bro. It was awesome. So ever since I was a kid, bro, that's actually part of history. Like all that we go, like it's different when you read about it, and then it's different
When you go there.
than when you read about it and actually go see it, bro.
Yeah.
It's nuts, dude. Like the experience is just amazing.
I've seen lights like that, like the way you said. When I was working over here by Delhi, we were at the Wilson Ranch. That Wilson Ranch is in the middle of nowhere, bro. An hour from anywhere. It's an hour from anywhere. It's like 30 minutes to get to the entrada and then 30 minutes to go inside to the ranch.
And then
30 minutes to get from any town to the entrance, and then 30 minutes in to get to the ranch, to the entrance of the ranch, and then pues lo que vas a andar ahí. So it's in the middle of nowhere, bro. Like you turn off everything there and it's pitch black. No se mira nada. Like we had to like put LED bars on the trucks and to the side because there was mountain lions too. So I was more afraid of the mountain lions than anything. They were like, oh, there's people cross through there. Like if people get this far, because it was on the other side of like of the towns, like of 35. So I was like, if people get this far, they're lost. Like, you know, people crossing the border. Pero one time, pues we would work late nights, you know, like se cayó una compresora, you would go at 10, 9, 3 o'clock in the morning to whatever time the compressor went down, you would go out there and you would go turn it on, crank it up, and then turn on all the wells. But this time it was getting dark. Estaba bajando el sol. You know how it gets like, you know, golden hour. But it was already like lower than golden hour. It was about to be the blue hour. At least whenever the sky is all blue and purple. And I was on a location, and about 100 to 150 yards estaba el otro coworker, Jerry. He was in another location. I can see his truck like allá lejos. Se miraba. Well, 150 yards is not that far, but it's pretty far. So I can see him, and I was in the truck pointing towards him, and then estaba parqueado así, estaba la Noria aquí, and he was like this, the other way, right? And I was looking at him, and the way I was looking, I was kind of like towards Delhi, kind of, allá. And it's blurry.
it's gonna loses focus so quick, bro.
I know, it's
why?
I don't know.
Maybe you're too far.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe I'm sorry, you're too close.
Could be.
What if we like zoom it
Zoom it out.
out a little bit?
Ahorita la neta.
That way.
I was in the truck smoking a cigarette, away from the well. I finish and I get off and I'm looking at him, right? Y traemos radios to communicate with each other because nos checábamos en el iPad to see how much pressure we were shooting down the line, so we don't, you know, send too much gas to the compressor que se apague. Y I was looking over there, y de repente, like above him, but like lejos, I imagine, se prende una orange light, just like that. like a bright orange light. And I'm like, what the hell? And then se paga. It was above him, and then it like moved towards the like the back of his truck, para allá. Y se prende otra vez. And I le hablo, le digo, hey, watcha, güey. There's a jokingly, right? There's a UFO on top of you, bro. And he's a bigger dude, right? He was in his truck. He was like, no miro nada. Le digo, no, hombre, bájate. Le digo, get off of the truck so you can see it. And when I'm telling him that one light, it breaks into 5. Así. Like, as I'm watching it, it's one light and then it goes into 5 lights. Son 5 luces. I can see the middle one and then 2 on each side. And then they go down, and then it goes like this, and then it se paró. Bro.
What's your coworker say?
He didn't believe me, bro. They didn't believe me because he
didn't see it or
he
what?
Didn't see it. By the time
he didn't get off the truck.
By the time he got off, because he was a bigger dude, like it had disappeared.
Dang. Hey, maybe you were supposed to see it.
Bro. I think that was the first time I actually felt fear, bro, because I didn't know what it was. And then like I started doing all this shit. I'm like, what the? In the middle of nowhere, dije, nah, pues ya, we abducted. We're gonna come out on the first 48.
GPI.
And then I told him and I told the other guy, este Mo. Y Mo es bien acá, bien skeptical. Nah, hombre, vato, ¿qué andas fumando? Nah, for real, bro. Le digo, de neta. It was me, Jerry, and Mo, and Memo. Nah, hombre, estás loco, vato, eso que lo otro. Y así pasó, and I kept seeing them, bro, at night. I kept seeing them. Se aparecían acá. Una noche, it was me and Memo, and I think
The skeptical one.
Yeah, we were out there. I don't remember what location we were. We were at the furthest location. Y había 12 wellheads. Y también estaba oscureciendo. And de repente salió. Y le digo, mira, guacha. And we were standing by the wellhead, turning him on. Y le digo, guacha. And he turns around. He goes, ¿qué es eso? Le digo, no sé, es un UFO. Le dije, nah, no creo.
Hey,
y se apaga, bro. Y se apaga y se mueve. Se pone de otra parte. And it keeps moving, like jumping around. Like, se apagaba y se prendía acá. Y se apagaba y se prendía acá. Y dijo, la vato, no te creía, dijo. Dije, pues, ¿qué es? Pues, no sé, digo, I don't know what it could be. Dije, pues, un UFO, unidentified object. We don't know what it is. Y así quedó. And then he kept seeing them in the sky at night.
Dang, dude.
And in a bright orange light, bro. Bright orange light se mira. And I was like, I can't be the only one, right? So me metí YouTube, orange lights in Dilley, Texas, or Pearsall and stuff like that. And there's a bunch of people like recording and saying like, sí, se miran luces aquí.
Around what year was this?
This was probably 14, 15, 16, más o menos.
Because you don't remember, I don't know if you remember when that happened here. It was like, it wasn't that long or whatever. But it happened aquí, like in Laredo, going into like where Midway is at.
Mm-hmm.
Right there, that whole area. People were saying que there was a blue light just porque like there was a blue light just following them. So, well, finish your story. I won't finish.
No, that was it.
So because and I say what year because I remember that one time because I used to work. When I used to leave with Fragoso in the mornings, right there by that area. De repente, pues it's the middle, it's la madrugada, bro. So de repente something will light up or whatever. I didn't put no mind. I didn't think anything of it, but it was just like,
yeah,
it was just a light. Like I didn't think anything. And then not so long after that, a guy that worked there, he's like, "Wait, what the? Like I don't know what the heck this was. Like lo mismo." Yeah. And then somebody had posted on Facebook that they're like, "Hey, has anybody witnessed this and that?" And they were saying that, like those lights, like they actually did notice that there was a light or whatever, but it's crazy, bro. I wonder what all that stuff is.
No sé, but también in like out in the fields, you see a lot of paranormal stuff too, bro.
And here,
you hear a lot of stuff, you see a lot of stuff, and like as a pumper, when I was a pumper, and even you as what you did, like you're alone most of the time.
Oh no,
andas solo, like.
That's scary.
And then like you've seen people like taking pictures of, like they see something at the light plant and they take a picture of it and it goes around and it's like, damn, you hear stuff. Well, actually, to come back to that same ranch, teníamos our lead operator, se llamaba Kurt Dubushane, era de Louisiana. Y una vez nos dijo, era bien mentiroso. Era bien mentiroso el vato. And one time, he told me and Jerry, lo dijo, yeah, there was a guy running. Yeah, he was wearing a white shirt, blue jeans, and a cap. And I tried following him in my truck. He ran into the woods and I didn't find him anymore. Y nos quedamos yo y Jerry como que está mentiroso. Whatever. Así quedó, ¿verdad? Así quedó. Acababa de llover like a few nights before, like a night before or two. Then one day we had this pad donde se iba bastante agua. We had 3 water tanks and we were pumping. Llegaban los troqueros and they would pull water. We would pull water off of the tanks también. So we were pumping and pulling water at the same time because it was making a bunch of water. They had just fracked one of the wells. Y nos dice una vez un troquero. We were pretty cool with them. I forgot his name, but he was pretty cool. We need something, we'll call him, you know, or call dispatch. Mándame aquel. Y entonces esa noria, están las norias así, and then acá están los tanks, and then across así from the location había una brecha, right? Donde no había nada. Kind of like a on the where you hunt, you know, one of those
a right away they call.
Yeah, right, like a right away. Y dice este vato, he was pulling water and he was doing his ticket ahí next to his truck. Y dice that he saw somebody. Dijo, mire un vato allá, no sé qué onda. And it was already like getting dark. It was about those times que like it's blue, the sky is blue, like it's between daylight and dark. Dijo, mire, I think he said, no sé, un ranchero o alguien, dijo, estaba allá parado. Y pues dijo, I didn't think anything of it. Yo lo saludé, dijo. But he didn't wave back. He just turned around and he walked away. He didn't have a flashlight. Dijo, it was already getting dark. Dijo, by the time I left, it was pitch black. Y dijo, sí. Dijo, and out of curiosity, dije, what was he wearing? Una camisa blanca, dijo, and some jeans.
Oh, he wasn't lying.
Una camisa blanca and some jeans. I was like, there's no way, bro. And I told Jerry, like, hey, aquel vato miró, el mismo vato que miró Kurt Dubushane. He was like, what? Yeah, así quedó, ¿verdad? I think there was another story between that one, but I don't remember it. And then, ya al último, we were all at because ese rancho se iba así, y luego se iba para allá y se iba para acá, ¿verdad? So the last location I got of the D-pad where we saw the UFO thing. And on the other side, it was the E-pad. It was the last location. Estábamos yo, Jerry, Memo, and Ricky. He was one of the new guys. And me and I don't remember who was in the restroom. Oh, Jerry was in the restroom in the porta potty. Y estaba Ricky, y estaba Memo like pointing that way towards the location, and I was la esquina, ¿verdad? De punta. Y Memo dice, mira, guacha aquel vato. And they haul ass that way. And then he said that he started running. And it was the same guy, bro. The same guy in white. That people had been seeing around. And we looked for tracks, bro. Porque the night before, it had just rained. So we were like, if it's somebody, we're going to see where he went.
You know.
No había nada, bro. Nada. There's a guy in white, blue jeans, and a cap. And we didn't find any tracks at all. We didn't find anything. And it was in that location. And on that ranch. And I believe the other story was el ranchero que andaba ahí. He had seen him one time too.
Dang,
dude. That's just somebody, an apparition or ghost, no sé, I don't know what to call it.
Hey, bro, I remember every time that jale, bro, you know, and you know we're in that kind of feel that is like, inga, pero puede ir alguien conmigo, man, like, you know, you can't do that, bro, like, yeah, you know, now it's different because now they do send a partner with you.
because of safety issues.
Yeah, safety issues. But you know, back then there was like not a lot of that or whatever, which is cool.
Arráncate, te decía.
Yeah, arráncate, bro. I remember one time, me mandaron like, it was like on this way. It was 59. ¿Qué es primero? 359 or 59?
359.
359. On 359 me mandaron. I don't remember the name of the ranch, bro. But I already knew where I was going. It was like deep in there, bro. But I had to rebuild the pump because we didn't have pumps ready. Glycol pumps. We didn't have pumps ready to install. So I had to like go and clean it and everything and rebuild it and
On site.
and test it y todo. No, here before I took
here.
off.
Bro, I hated glycol pumps, bro. I hate them.
Me too. What's it called? So I did all that, la arreglé, whatever. Ya a la hora que me arranqué aquí, brother, it was like 6 o'clock. So dije, ya valió.
Winter or summer?
No, it was like, it will get dark early.
Fall.
Yeah, like fall.
So yeah, 6 o'clock was dark.
6 o'clock was dark. So then maybe I'm lying. Maybe I took apenitas it was going to start getting dark, bro. But
So
you're talking about a 2-hour road.
Yeah, it's still
like,
dark.
Vas a llegar en la noche, bro.
Yeah.
Vas a llegar en la noche, bro. I dreaded those times, bro. So I don't have a story to this, but my story is like, it's creepy, dude.
Yeah.
I remember I took off or whatever, and I already knew how long it was gonna take for me to replace this pump. Like I gauged my time, and I was like, oh, sucks,
Yeah.
whatever. And the ranch was like the ranch was there, but like the location was like far. And what sucked about it, it was like 5-6 gates, bro, in the middle of the night.
I had one like that, bro.
So I remember showing up. I remember I would get there, bro. The happiest music I could find, güey. La ponía todo vuelo, todas las luces adentro prendidas. I would shine lights at the fence, ¿verdad? At the
Yeah.
gate. Me bajaba cantando whatever song was on there. If I didn't know the song, I'll be making up songs on the way to the gate.
Right, it's because your mind goes in a dark
It
place,
does, bro. So if you let it, you're gonna get taken there. And now,
Yeah.
the song, you're gonna feel something watching you. Like,
Yeah,
so
dude.
that I know that about me, güey. So me iba bajando cantando, como dice Franco, canciones que ni existían.
Neta.
Me voy a comer esta chuleta or something, like something, you know. And then abría la gate, me metía, I would like turn my truck around, echaba la luz, me bajaba, and I would lock it. No manches, bro.
Bro, yeah, you let your mind go there, bro, and it goes there, bro.
Goes like with no brakes, bro. And pasó eso, 5 gates or whatever. I get to the location, todo así, and I remember it was a Chevy. I don't remember what year it was, pero wait. I was ahí con la pompa y todo, ya la había puesto. It was already like la estaba testeando or
Y
whatever.
te parqueabas lo más cerquita.
Sí, no, me parqué cerquitas, door open, just on this side, the one that I could see, because in my head I'm like, no, se mete algo por esta puerta.
Bro, I would,
Or whatever.
you know those cabinet halves?
Yeah.
I never had to work on something like that at night. I would open both doors.
And
I would
yeah,
stay
and you
between.
were like the cab was like right here, right?
was like right
yeah.
You were in between both of them.
Wait, so I was testing the pump. I was like, oh, con ganas, está stroking con ganas, stroking badass. This and that. Wait, de repente, música, luces, todo se apaga, bro.
Hey.
Wait, literally, like, you know when you have to I don't know if you ever felt that fear where it just like takes on you? That's what I freaking
felt that.
felt, bro. So I thought it was like light, you know, we had the flip phones for work. So I'm there trying to light stuff, like, voy pa la troca, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, it was right. I already have that mentality, bro. Okay, you know, I'm out there, that's scary, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. So the
You know,
the first thought about when that happened was like, te dije kind of thing. Pero no, bro. It was, you know, when you leave your truck like that, it automatically like
Turns off, yeah.
It turns off.
Yeah.
You know, pero no, hombre, I remember that day. It's like,
I
gracias a Dios, the pump was good and it worked. And I was out and back to the routine. Échale la luz, reversiate, échale luz, cierra la gate. And no, hombre, bro. I was like, damn. But how do you go and say, like, can we wait till tomorrow?
Neta.
No, you don't do
I
that.
don't have the parts.
You
You know, abren el part store. Now, what I used to do, because I had a location también así, que it was 5 gates and you had to go in all the way, y luego 5 para atrás. So what I would do was, me parqueaba to open it. I would put it in reverse y le ponía el emergency park brake.
Oh, yeah. I remember you
Y no
telling
se
me.
movían, and the backup lights se prendían. And then you open the gate. And I would do the same thing cruzaba, and I would leave it así pa enfrente, and then I would just put it in reverse, put the parking brake, and then it te alumbraba para atrás.
But no way, what if there's a ghost and you gotta run away in reverse? No, mejor volteado así you just book it
Well, the
out.
gate's still in the way, bro.
You run over it.
You remember the ghost, fuck it.
God.
But yeah, dude, it's because it's dark over there. Like, you go to any ranch, it's gonna be dark, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be dark, and your mind just goes to like scary shit all the time.
All the time, bro.
All the time. But in the ranches where I used to stay, we had cats. So we had mountain lions. So pure, you know. Now at first, like, you don't even think about ghost shit. You think about just the cats on el gato, you know, like make sure you're looking around and stuff, because you know it's a mountain lion, bro. It's like what, 600-700 pounds.
And then if it's like, si así a plena luz, bro, like they camo real good. Imagine
And then
la
dark,
noche.
bro, no, but and then
Nomás que
they're-
like like
bro, I've heard that.
Oh no.
Before,
But thank God now we are inside of a studio in the AC
doing a podcast.
doing a podcast, and all these are just memories now. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
see.
But hey, I liked it. I like how we jumped from like ghosts to UFOs and stuff. Like we're going forever. We're talking about like stuff like that, bro.
Yeah, we can talk about more aliens next time, because I got a couple stories that
I do want to do a full episode of like just that
Aliens.
aliens, ancient times with aliens.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, we should.
that one time that we went to outer space, ¿te acuerdas?
¿Te acuerdas en el carro, en el
En
Charger?
el carro.
Así como Dom Toretto.
Yeah.
Neta.
Bro, they should have stopped it like in the third one after Tokyo Drift.
After Tokyo Drift,
That's
they should've
it.
just ended it.
Like when they started with the whole like being detectives and not like, nah, bro, like man, just
Nah, hello.
do another 007, bro. Like
Yeah, like the first part is badass. The second part is cool too. It just goes off a little bit, and then part 3 comes back a little bit. Part 4, está bien. Part 5, I think that would be the last one. Like when it's Fast 5, that would be the. They should have just stopped it there. But they kept going. They kept going
I know, they kept going.
because they had already planned to do 10 movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, before Paul Walker died, he had already said, I think they were like in the third part, I think. He was talking about it like, we're going to, it's going to be a 10 movie, a 10 movie thing. And luego he died like what, 5, 6, 7, one of those movies. And then they kept going to 10. But yeah, I guess it was already planned. I mean, they makes a lot of money, so they're still gonna.
I know.
They'll keep going. if they
People
want
still
to.
watch it. Yeah, for sure. Well,
That's
it was a
the
good podcast, bro.
Yeah, it was good.
So we got a lot of
About-
things to touch up on in the next one, bro.
Yeah.
UFOs or
Those aliens.
even the motivation. Let's see if we can get we spoke about a special guest maybe next week.
Yeah,
We can have that special guest. I know we've been talking about it, but
there's a lot of people we want to bring in.
yeah, a lot of people we want to bring in because they all have different stories, different perspectives on things, and it's not necessarily like. Then, like I mentioned last time, that's what I like about this podcast. That it's not like, oh, this is all they talk about.
Yeah.
We're just a couple of like regular dudes, bro. That
about it.
just
And then
talk
we'll go into
about
conspiracy
whatever.
theories.
I know. So people are probably like, some people will be like, "Hala, they jumping from like one thing, like Fast Five."
I know, right?
Like, wait,
went to outer
we're just
space.
talking about.
We
Yeah, you know. What I
went to motivation to hot Cheetos in space.
mean? Yeah.
No. Ghost.
Yeah, and but that way, like, I like that. I like that though. You know what I mean? Next time when we bring the guest, I have a few topics that want to touch up on.
Yeah, for sure.
But we'll do that. But as of now, I think this was a good show.
It was a good show. It was a good show.
Hell yeah. So guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, man. The more you share this podcast, the more that we are able to keep doing it. And if you guys have say there's one day you want us to talk about, man, just bring it up. We know topics for days.
Comment
we
it.
have comment it. Send us a message. Whatever you want to do, let us know, man, and we'll do it. So,
Yeah.
Bert, it's a good show, man.
Yeah.
Don't forget, what's the word?